Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prizepicks video talking about the NBA Game 5. In this one for Monday, June 17th, we have 5 picks in the video for you to consider, so stay tuned to hear all 5. Last video, even in a blowout, we went 4 for 5 with our picks here. Pretty good hit. And these picks are posted in the private Discord, along with a ton of other picks from me in all sports. You can see I give out MLB, WNBA, NHL, even some underdog picks. Just going to be my favorite picks in each sport here every day. But we have 5 plus other cappers. You can see Volo giving out picks and hitting in all sports as well. Just going to be his favorite picks here. Another WNBA hit today. One of our cappers, Ragic, clutch in the PGA all weekend. So definitely get in here, check it out. We have a ton of cappers, ton of picks being given out here, and a ton of big wins as well, as you can see on the screen from some of the private Discord members here. So check it out. Right now we're running a half off the monthly if you want to get in there for the month, as the NBA season is coming to a close. Could be the last game tonight, but we've been going hard with MLB, WNBA, PGA, even esports. We have cappers for that as well. So definitely get in there, check it out. Use that code HALF to get started after this NBA season is over. And for the first pick in this one, we're going to go with Daniel Gafford over 6.5 points plus assists. So for Gafford, the minutes have been way down, but I still project him to play between like 11 and 20 minutes in this game. And I think he can hit this line in those limited minutes. Even a really low line for Gafford here. Still going to be starting this game and the second half as well. So I like Gafford in this one to go over. It's just going to be a really low line here for Daniel Gafford at 6.5. On the season, he hit this 83% of his games, and he's played 95 games this year, so definitely a large sample size. Another thing you could do over here on Outlier, which does have a, check it out, just use the link down below for that, is we can look at the minutes. So we can give him, between, let's say, 11 and 21, I feel like should be pretty safe here. And when he plays between 11 and 21 minutes, it's a 60% hit rate on the season in 12 of 20 games, and in his last 7 games when he's played in that range. And last game he played under 10 minutes. If we come down to the minutes tab in a blowout game, you can see he got 9.9 minutes, but still was able to hit this one. And then the game before that got 16, game before that 22, before that 14. So I really think 11 may be even low here. I think in a closer game he should play 13, 14, even upwards of 20 minutes if he's playing well. But I do also expect Derek Lively to play well and have a big game here too. But Gafford, just a really low line here that I'm going to be taking. All right, for the next one, same exact line here, Sam Hauser, but we're going to be taking the under on this one of 6.5 points plus assists. Hauser coming off a huge game, actually 2 pretty nice games, but the minutes were there because of the blowout last game. I'm not expecting a blowout, and I don't think that he's going to be hitting this line in limited minutes here when it should be a close game. We could even have Porzingis. He hasn't been ruled out. He was actually on the bench in the last game and could have came in. Maybe if it was closer, he might have even played. So we could even see Porzingis in Game 5, which would definitely cut into some of these Hauser minutes even more. But looking at Hauser's line here, over 6.5 on the season. On the season, it is a 58% hit rate, but we can look at these minutes. So last game, he played almost 20 minutes, and game before that did play 14, before that 10, 16, 14. So I really think he's kind of in that similar range here as Gafford, between 11 and 21 minutes, depending if Porzingis plays. Even if Porzingis doesn't play, 21 minutes might be a high range here. So you can see it's just a 41% hit rate on the over in this minutes range. But then if you look in games where it's between 11 and 19 minutes, just a 28% hit rate, 9 of 32 games. So definitely not an easy line for Hauser here. He doesn't really get assists, and then the points here, you need him to hit 2 threes and get an assist, or 2 threes and a layup to be covering this one. And I just don't think he's going to play enough minutes. I could see, like I said, between 11 and 19. Honestly, I would think he might be in line for like between 6 and 15 here. I would say 6 if Porzingis plays, 20 minutes. But if Porzingis doesn't play, he could be up to around 15 minutes. Still just an 18% hit rate when you look at this range. So for Hauser, going to be taking the under on that one. just too high of a line here. I don't think the minutes are safe for him. But one guy here that I liked in the last game, and I think he's playing himself into a role for Game 5 here, is Dante Exum. I'm going to be taking him over on the 1.5 rebounds plus assists. I think he should be out there for, at least 10 minutes, maybe more. This should be a line that he could hit if he's playing 10 minutes in this game. And I do think that he's played well enough in spurts in this series where he's going to see 10 plus minutes. So on the season, 79% hit rate on this one, but obviously the minutes are the real factor here. And last game in the blowout, we did see him play 13.6 minutes. Before that, he played just 2.6, but before that got 10.5 minutes in a closer game. And I think since he did play well, that he should be in line for at least 10 minutes. So we can look at games where he's played, at least 10 here. It's 100% hit rate, but looking between 10 and 15 minutes, I think should be his range here. I think he's outplayed Hardy. Hardaway maybe shot himself into some kind of role again off the bench, but I think Exum comes in instead of Hardy in this one, and he could see 10 plus minutes here in this game. And just a really low line, obviously, on the rebounds plus assists here, 1.5. So you're going to be going to Exum in here, and then going to Derek Lively, even while we're taking Gafford. Gafford's super low line, and these guys can coexist, and Gafford can easily play 15 to 20 minutes while Lively is still playing 25 plus minutes. Obviously these guys are going to split center minutes essentially, so Gafford could easily play 20, and then we could have Lively play 28 still, or 25, and PJ Washington could get some center minutes. I really don't think that they have liked Kleber in this series. He's looked really bad, and he's basically just out there to shoot threes, which he has been way off on most of his three-point attempts. So I think Derek Lively's going to be in line for 25 plus minutes and smash this line like he's been doing. Looking at Lively on the season, this is just going to be a 39% hit rate. Last two games in this series, 11 and 12 boards for a total of 23. Game before that, 13 and 11 for 24. So he's been smashing this line in these last two games, and the minutes have been way up. Even in that blowout, he still got over 22 minutes. Got 30 in the game before that, and was really looking like an X factor in this game. The Dallas probably should have won if Luka didn't foul out here, and just played great, 30 minutes. So even a blowout, 22.3. I think he's in line for 25 plus. So if we give him 25 here, it's a 73% hit rate in Lively's rookie season, but he could be even playing more. I think he get 27 plus, maybe even a better prediction, and it's 84% hit rate when he plays the minutes there. And honestly, we can look in 25 plus minute games with Gafford. It actually, stays at a 5 of 6 hit rate. Actually goes up the percentage to 83%. So there have been games where he has played good amount of minutes alongside Gafford, who was only on the team for half the year, and he's been hitting that one as well. So liking Lively here on this line. Then the next one we're going to go to is Derek White here. Less than 15.5 points. I was on the unders for Derek White. In the last one, obviously, he didn't play the minutes because the blowout, but I just don't think he could keep up this crazy kind of three-point streak that he was putting up in this series so far. So 15.5 is right under half a hit rate here at 48% on the season. Last game, obviously, in limited minutes, just scored 6. Before that, barely got there with 16. Game before that, 18. 15.5, pretty high line. During the regular season, we were commonly seeing this one at 13.5, maybe 14.5, but it's up to 15.5. Again, I think Boston just has so many scoring options that Derek White really was kind of just standing there waiting to catch and shoot threes, and he was making a ton of them. So on the season, he made 2.8 threes per game, but we saw before last game, he went 4 of 9 from 3, 4 of 10 from 3, and then 3 of 8 from 3. So well above his average of three-pointers made in those 3 games, and I just don't know if he can keep it up. And he was barely getting to 16 points. He did in 2 of 3 of those games, got over 16. He got 16 in one and 18 in the other, and I think 15 in the one that he missed. But he was shooting a ton of threes, making them. So I just don't think that he can be hitting this one without making 3 or 4 threes, which he doesn't do that often. And Boston just has so many scoring options that going away from White on this higher line than we've really seen for him most of the season, when Boston has been fairly healthy without Porzingis, I guess. But then again, even Porzingis might play in this one. We don't really know his status really, but for Derek White, going to be going on the under. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, definitely check out the private Discord. We have 5+ cappers posting in all sports there for Prizepicks. Underdog, you can see some of the big hits in the Discord over here. One of our cappers, Volo, posting all sports here, just his favorite picks. See hitting some pretty nice slips here in the past couple of days. And I also post more in there, just my favorite plays as well. So definitely check out the private Discord here. Use code HALF, get half off the monthly. As the NBA season comes to a close, we want to get people back in here for the summer. We've been going hard with MLB, WNBA. They basically play every day. And then we got the PGA as well and esports. So definitely check it out. We'll see you guys in the private Discord and subscribe to the channel.